change is on the way. I am so humbled to be standing before you tonight, victorious. Thankful to all of you, to my campaign team, the volunteers, the friends and families, near and far, new and old, who stood with me, behind me, and made this moment possible. Ours was truly a people-powered grassroots campaign. Launched just 195 days ago, that dared to do what Massachusetts Democrats aren't supposed to do. And so, before I go on, allow me to say a few words about the man whom I respect, that I challenged. Mike Capuano is unapologetically himself. On many occasions throughout the years, when there was a strike or a rally, I would find myself sharing a stage, a microphone, or a bullhorn with him. And well, he forced me to bring my best, just like in this race. And I thank him for his 20 years of service. Now, the decision to challenge him was not an easy one. And before I took the stage at my kickoff in Cambridge to announce my candidacy, I recall being holed up in their coat check room. Yes, from the very beginning, this has been a very glamorous campaign. I was scrunched back there, squished between office equipment, coats and bags, contemplating how I got there, why I had arrived at that point, and what I was about to face. I knew we would be essentially alone. I knew we would find no favor with the Democratic establishment, both here at home and in Washington. And I knew we would have to fight for every dollar, every volunteer, every door, every voter. I knew I would be demonized as entitled and what no woman can ever be, ambitious. But change can't wait. We ran a campaign true to us, reflective of our shared values and our shared belief in a government and a democracy that's truly representative. You invited us into your kitchens and living rooms. You listened, probed, tested, and made us better. We committed to running a campaign for those who don't see themselves reflected in politics or government, and are forever told that their issues, their concerns, their priorities can wait. Through the spring and summer, we gained momentum, and we gained a certain amount of clarity on one thing. The people in the 7th CD expected more from their leaders. You, your families and friends, neighbors all demanded, expected, and deserved more. You saw what I saw, that these times demanded more from our leaders and from our party. That these times demanded an approach to governing that was bold, uncompromising, and unafraid. That with our rights under assault, with our freedoms under siege, that it's not just good enough to see the Democrats back in power, but it matters who those Democrats are. And that while our president is a racist, misogynistic, truly empathy bankrupt man, the conditions which have made this 7th CD one of the most unequal in America were cemented through policies long before he ever descended the escalator at Trump Tower. And in fact, some of those policies were put in place with Democrats in the White House and in control of our Congress. Policies that have become so ingrained in our daily lives as to have almost convinced ourselves that there wasn't anything we could do about them. But as we now know, change can't wait. So tonight is but the first step because we have many more to take. It's about 440 miles from IBEW 103 to Congress. So let's make this official, y'all. Are you ready to come to Congress with me? Are you ready to bring change to Washington? Because for the families and victims of senseless gun violence, change can't wait. For our brothers and sisters behind the wall, change can't wait. To our immigrants worried about the knock on the door, change can't wait. To women whose rights are perpetually under attack, change can't wait. To the residents of the 7th Congressional District, change can't wait. And to the many families like my own, we grew up feeling like it was us versus the world, that government didn't reflect us, didn't represent us, didn't advocate us, didn't see us. Change can't wait. Now, I'm going to tell you, there were a lot of reasons when I was growing up. My mother and I felt voiceless and invisible, but she made sure I knew that on election day, we were powerful. She voted in every election, and I remember exiting the voting booth with her, seeing her pull back that curtain and stand in her power. I have always believed in the power of us, and throughout this campaign, you have only strengthened and deepened that resolve. It is time to show Washington, D.C., both my fellow Democrats, who I hope will stand with us, and the Republicans who stand in our way, and to everyone in the 7th Congressional District, that change isn't waiting any longer. We have arrived, change is coming, and the future belongs to all of us. It belongs to all of us. It belongs to all of us. All right, y'all. Listen, I'll be up here all night, but I want to get out there and hug on y'all and love on y'all. I just see, just thank you. This is just an awesome moment. And, you know, we have together ushered in something incredible. People who feel seen and heard for the first time in their lives, a stakeholder in their democracy, and a promise for our future. That is the real victory that is bigger than any electoral victory. And I want to thank you all for being foot soldiers in this movement and for ushering in this change. All right, now let's celebrate.